One, hold please for 1 second. That's not how that was supposed to go. Okay. It's been a long time. Check it out. Got a new way to hold my mic. I know it's been a hot minute since I've done Born to Roll. Had a lot going on. De Niro face. Beach House, Beach House, Beach House, Beach House, Beach House. Really excited to talk about Beach House, but had several things going on. One of the main reasons why I was really excited to talk about Beach House was because I was waiting on something to arrive, and I didn't want it to be so much over the top self promotion, but it just was one of those things where this group was one of the main influences for what I was working on. About a year or so before I released that, Dethroned and Rise, Reign, Ruin, I came across the demos from the old trip hop band that I used to be in called Detective Honey. We had a bunch of work and we never were able to really finish it. And then life just kind of happened. All of us kind of went our separate ways. And I came across the demos, and I then kind of was thinking about, well, this stuff can't just kind of disappear forever. And I took all of those tracks, tore them apart, put them back together, re-recorded things. Before there was before oh my gosh, I was like a couple years too early before stem separation, and I was manually having to invert phase stuff to pull stems out of the 2-track demos that we had. I had strings recorded, I did all sorts of stuff, and I then got it mastered, got it ready to go, and I gave it away to my old bandmates as a Christmas gift. And it was kind of like, we finally did it. So what do we do from here? And then we decided to do this. So we put it out on vinyl. It was a limited run of only 100. Holla at you, boy. I really love that record. This was one of those things where it was like coming across a shoebox of mementos from Old Flame and just going, we had some good times. So as I was listening to music and trying to kind of figure out what I was going to do in the next project I was working on, I randomly heard a song from this album, Thank Their Lucky Stars, and it was the track called Somewhere Tonight. And there was not an official video. There's just the video that popped up in my feed was a video that was where somebody just took clips from a movie and just put the music over it. And I wanted to get this record. So I went to the local record store, and sure enough, they did not have that record. But they had this record, Depression Cherry, which has Space Song on it, which I wanted. Thank Their Lucky Stars, they had this, I got this, and this was my effing jam. The cool thing about this record, though, once again proving that they have given me what I didn't know I wanted. This thing is velvet. This version, this copy is, look at that. Isn't that so sassy? He's very sassy. He's very sassy. Velvet. Oh, I wish I could do that. I wish I could. Oh. Entry Point was actually Vinyl Me Please, told me who they were. I didn't know I wanted them. Then I heard them, then wanted them, then wanted this. Didn't get what I wanted. Got this, found out I really liked it, then of course got into this, and then I got deep. I got all the jams. Got it right there. Having a vacation and on our way to Cannon Beach to go meet up with a friend, we stopped in Astoria and went to the record store that was there. And I was going through their stacks, and then I found this record, 7, which at the time I hadn't heard anything from, and to be brutally honest, I don't even know if when we were on our vacation, if I listened to it, and then we came back, and I think I pretty much just filed it away. So the irony is of course that we actually got this and we're at a beach house, and I didn't even listen to it. Like, what's up with that? I honestly didn't check this joint out until I rolled. And once again, this band gave me exactly what I didn't know I wanted. Now, I think the thing that a lot of people probably would say about Beach House is some people would probably complain and say that all of their music sounds the same. And that's probably in the same vein how I used to just always refer to a lot of stuff at dream pop, shoegaze, independent rock as KEXP daytime music. Um, but it's once you start really getting into it, appreciate it a whole lot more. So, being that I got really into Beach House and then listening to this, I then was able to hear such a big difference of this record compared to their other records. And I believe one of the big things is that they went with a different producer when they were working on Seven. Um, the other thing that I would like to say, and I guess the best way to describe Seven, is that this record is like if you went, if Beach House was, their catalog was the concert, everything in their catalog would probably be leading up to the concert, and this would be the ride home. It's like everything leading up to the big event, and this is the late night release as you are going home late after a big show. You're driving, everybody's pretty much quiet in the car, and you're trying to stay awake as you're finding your way back home. It's hard to explain it. A little more like rock influenced. I mean, granted, of course, we're talking about dream pop and shoegaze and all that stuff. I mean, so but it's like it has a little bit more of more rockety rock. I don't know how to describe it. I have oddly found that since I've been listening to this record, um, that I'm liking it more and more, and it's weird because at one point I would have said Depression Cherry is my favorite record, and then I would have easily said Bloom was my favorite record, and then since I've been and then for a while, like as Once Twice Melody was the record of choice, that was like my favorite record, but oddly, since I've been listening to this Seven, I've been finding that I don't know if I would say it was my favorite record, but I was finding myself revisiting it more and more and more than I was with the rest of their catalog. Um, which, once again, like I said, they are this band that has just continued to give me what I didn't even know I wanted. They probably would not have gone down the same exact path without bands like Beach House rediscovering Slow Dive and Radiohead and their rejected song that was for Spectre. Oh, another thing. Okay, here, come closer. So, one of the things that I did is as I kind of reorganized things, I cleaned up my room a little bit, and this is now what I refer to as my sad girl um, section. It's got gaps because I took all the Beach House records out, but this is probably the most important record. This is going to be like, this is like an extra Born to Roll. This right here, and this is another example of Vinyl Me Please. I discovered it through Vinyl Me Please. This is A.O. Gerber's Another Place to Need. I have purchased this record numerous times. I have given it out to people. I can't explain how much this record means when it comes to the David Evans Smythe project. I gave this record out numerous times to people, and the first concert I saw when we were still wondering whether or not it was okay to go back outside was when A.O. Gerber came to the Tractor Tavern in Seattle, and I went and saw her. Another reason why this record is so special was I made a remix for one of the songs on this album, and I sent it to her record label, and they liked it, but ultimately said, yeah, we're not going to go with it. And that's completely, totally fine, because I fully understand it. It's their music. And then when somebody else kind of reinterprets it, it's like, how much of it is theirs or not, you know? So I fully understand it. But it was what I did for that remix, what I liked about it, and like how it made me go, oh, this is kind of more a direction that I want to explore and do. And then came all this stuff. So with all that said, I was working on this. This was just so far. Does that work? So far from the previous releases that I felt like I couldn't like put it out under Dawood. I was going to put it out under the name Orpheus Bloom, but then I found out there's there's already somebody going by Orpheus Bloom. So shout out to Orpheus Bloom wherever you are. But that being said, I decided to put it out as David Evans Smythe, because if I ever was going to become an actor, I always said that I would use the name David Evans Smythe. And I decided to name the album Orpheus Bloom anyway. So take that, Bembridge scholars. Last time, if you remember, I did a review on Black Anger and went over the Supreme Everlasting Foundation Self 12-inch. Well, I just so happened to have another copy. And so, holla at your boy on Instagram. I am at DAWHUD at Dawood on IG. I'm not really messing with the socials much, but I will say I will check for this. Holler at me, DM me. First person to DM me and say, "Hey, I would like the Black Anger 12-inch." Boom, it's yours. Another person holler at me, and the first person that is gonna message me about Beach House, I'm gonna send you a random Beach House record. Boom, bing, bing, bang, boom. And you know what? I'll even make the deal even better. If you go to my Bandcamp page and you order one of these limited copies of David Evans Smythe, make sure you tell me that you came here because of the video. I will throw in one of these records. Okay? Anyway, that's enough self-promotion. I can't gush enough about Beach House. I don't know if it feels like it was kind of rather surface, but whatever. It's dope. Just go down the rabbit hole. I would say honestly, start with Teen Dream, right? Yeah. Yeah, start with Teen Dream. Go Teen Dream, Bloom, Depression Cherry, and just let it ride. You're going to love it. Go to 7. 7 like the okay. Jeez, I'm going to nerd out a little bit. The jump, and then you'll hear and notice the sonic change of 7, and then you will hear the lacquered polish of Once Twice Melody, and you'll see how as a band, they have just evolved their sound and polished and become even a better band. Thank you. Thank you. I hope for those of you that were tuning in for rap and have me talking about some dream pop, I invite you to go down this rabbit hole of beach house, dream pop, shoegaze, because it's not for nerds anymore. And for the rest of you, and for everybody, take it easy. We'll do another roll. We'll see what happens next.
Get down, baby, down, baby, down, baby, down, baby.